Hey everyone, Steph here. I'm the Secret Slob and we are on the last week of the month, which means we have made it to Zone 5. Probably can't see it. Zone 5, or the last week of our zone cleaning cycle, which means we're not done, but we start again at Zone 1 next week in the first week of the next month. That sounded confusing. Next week we're in Zone 1 again, and then the second week of the month, Zone 2, third week of the month, Zone 3, etc., etc. I'm so excited that we're finally here. Last zone of this series, this 21-day series that I've done. Thanks everyone for sticking it out with me and doing it along with me. That's been awesome. I've learned a lot going through my whole house. I'm definitely seeing where I can do things a little bit quicker or a little bit more efficient, or where I've missed certain things on the list, so I've been updating my list as I go. Zone 5 for me is living room, my den or my office, and the basement. We're still with our 15 minutes though per day, Tuesday to Friday, so just 4 days a week of detailed cleaning in the current zone, which is Zone 5. So 15 minutes on the clock, here I go. Okay, so first thing on my list is clean all of the furniture. I always like to start with dusting because I feel like it gets all the dust off the furniture and onto the floor, and then I can finish with vacuuming at the end of the room and get all that dust cleaned up. So I am noticing that this furniture is way dirtier than I thought. Again, it's a toddler-related splashing of milk and ice cream and little fingerprints, and there was even some Play-Doh stuck to this table, so it was really nice to give it a really good wipe down. Same as this little unit that we have beside the couch. I would really like to refinish it, but for now it's just nice to get it clean and shiny and at least get it really well dusted. During my weekly home blessing hour, I always give the tops a wipe down, but I never really go down and do all the legs and the surfaces and everything. So next I have my big cabinet in the back there, and it's where I keep all of my cactus type plants and plants that like it really hot. You can see we have two huge windows there, and I used to have my cactuses all over the house, but it was kind of proving to be a problem with my little kids touching them and getting poked, so I've moved them into that case. And they are just loving life in there. It's nice and hot for them, and all of my succulents are just growing big and getting nice big blooms. So I love keeping plants in my house, and this is one way that I can have them and keep my toddlers safe from pokey cactuses. So I'm just taking all of the plants out and moving them into my kitchen, because I know that very close next on the list is shower all the plants, and if I'm going to clean this case out, I may as well link those two activities. So that's something I'm also trying to do, is link similar activities. There's no reason for me to empty this case out and clean it, put the plants back, and then pull them out tomorrow to shower them. So I'm just going to do that all in one step. So I'm just going to give that case a really good wipe down. There's lots of glass shelves, glass doors, and I didn't realize how dirty it had all gotten. I'm just using my water vinegar diluted mixture and a cloth, and I'm using a window cloth on all of the glass and cleaning the inside and outside. This case is really heavy, so it's a little bit hard for me to pull it away from the wall, so I'm just doing my best where it's sitting. I'm also just dusting off a few of my very special knickknacks that I keep in that case. Again, it's things that I don't want my kids to touch, and so if it's kept in a locked case, I don't have to worry about them, but I can still enjoy them. So next I move into my kitchen. You can see I put a couple of tea towels on the side there, and I just shower off these plants. So this is a total fly lady trick that I learned last month, and I'm loving it. My plants love it. They get a really nice soak, and their leaves get all clear, because plants get dusty too, and they're able to get watered, and then I just leave them to dry there on the side of the kitchen. I knew this day was coming up and I'd be showering the plants, so I let the cactuses all dry out really good. They seem to really love that when I let them get a little bit dry and neglect them for a while. They grow a little bit better, so I'm just giving them all a good wash down and a little water, and I'm hoping they will really start to thrive now that the weather's getting nice and hot. The other thing that I linked was I grabbed my money tree from my office, so I just showered that down at the same time. I figure if I'm doing it for the living room, may as well just do it all for everything. So just cleaning the furniture in this room took a little bit longer because I had to shower all of my plants, and I didn't even get to do this big one because it's way too heavy for me to even pick up, let alone carry upstairs and shower. It won't fit in the sink, so I'll wait till my husband comes home and ask him to help me with that one. But I got all of the furniture cleaned in the room, which feels really good. I didn't even know how dirty it was. Sometimes you don't know until you get up close. And now that it's clean, it looks 10 times better. So I am hoping to refinish it at some point, but until then, it may as well look the best it can. I'm so glad to have gotten that whole case cleaned out. It had little fingerprints all over it, and now it's sparkling and clean, and hopefully even more sunlight will come in and my cactuses will grow nice and big. I hope you joined me today for your 15 minutes in Zone 5, and I know a lot of people had a long weekend. I know if you're in the United States, it was Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day, and I hope you spent the day with your family or just doing something that you loved. I will talk to you tomorrow as we carry on in Zone 5. Bye.